guys, it's me again, and the reason why you can see my whole shirt right now, it's because I am using a new editing app, and this is going up on my channel. So today is a story time video. I'm going to be talking about the time I peed my pants in school. Yes, this actually happened. I was like in first grade, so I was probably 6 or 7. I was 6. So I was sitting in class and I really had to pee. And we were doing a spelling test and I was sitting next to this boy. And we had these dividing folders where you can't cheat off of someone's paper. And my teacher will call her let me think of a good name. We'll just call her Mrs. H, even though that wasn't actually her name. And I really have to pee, and my teachers, so Mrs. H is like dog, spell dog, because it's first grade. These are supposed to be easy words. And I just raised my hand because it was an emergency, and my teacher looks at me and was like, don't care, because she thought I was going to be asking a question about the test. And I was like, hello, right here. And then I just crossed my fingers because that was always the bathroom sign. And she still didn't look at me. And then 30 minutes later, the time actually came. I peed my pants. I mean, I laugh at this now, but back then I was pretty embarrassed. And this boy just stares at me and just jumps out of his chair. And then I just raise my hand, and my teacher's like, this must be important. And then I say, in the most innocent little voice, I just peed everywhere. That's how I said it too. And then my teacher tells me to go to the bathroom. So that's what I do. And I don't go into a stall. So I just take off my pants. And then my teacher walks in while I was in my underwear. So I just put my pants back on. And do you want to know the worst part? It was picture day. I mean, oh my gosh. So my teacher tells me to go to the office and see if they have any clean clothes for me to wear. And I'm like, no, my mom says I am not allowed to wear clothes from the school. And that was just an obvious lie. So I just make my poor mother get clothes from home while she was having a good time. Like, she was shopping, I don't know. She was having a good time. And it wasn't until after pictures when she got my clean clothes. And it wasn't like a whole class picture like you could imagine it. It's pretty much like most other classes. Like you smile in front of the camera and do this. And I didn't want to get my pee all over the seat. So I just tell the photographer, dude, I need to stand. I mean, this is not an option. I need to stand right now. And you could just see your And yeah, I didn't smile. I mean, I can't find the picture anywhere, but maybe I can find a couple other pictures at the time and post them on my Instagram if you want me to. And then after my picture gets taken, my mom comes over with my clean clothes. And I'm like, Mom, you got to take me home now. This is not an option. I need to get out of here. And then my mom's like, oh, honey, you're fine. You got clean clothes. Everything is good. And yeah, so I just stay at the school for the entire day. Probably one of the worst days I've ever had. So yeah, that is my story of the time I peed my pants. So if you want to, tell me in the comments anything embarrassing that's happened to you. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you feel like telling me in the comments your embarrassing story, I would love to read it. So, until next time, bye guys!